Welcome back to the Lonely Basement. Baseball cards. What is going on, guys? The East Coast National Recap. East Coast National Recap. But first, we do need to discuss the elephant in the room, my internet. I was asked to be on the Four Collectors Network last night, and it was a generous offer, and I was on with Dan from Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. Love hanging out with Dan. Saw Dan at the East Coast National. Michael Ham and Jake from Wax Pack Wisdom. And my internet didn't work. So if you watched, I apologize. My sound was choppy. I could see myself in the picture if you watched. If you didn't, I'll explain. I saw myself in a little picture on the StreamYard, so I'm sitting there. But apparently the screen was black, so you couldn't see me. Then when I started to talk, it was crackly, crackly, crackly. What a disaster. But we powered through in the basement, as always, for you. And I did a little mime work. I did a little silent movie work, and I did my best to bring the humor of the situation. But sorry, Dan, one more time. I got to check out the internet. I did have a problem downloading my national recap, the big, long, giant one, and it was a bit of a mess. It took like 2 whole days, and it was a problem. It kept going in. And I thought maybe it was too long. I think the router might be shot. I think it's the router. I could be wrong. Thank you, Spectrum. And I will crack on with that and see what's going on, because something's not right. I was noticing the phone, and I was getting 2 bars, and I have service here, so like it's got to be the internet. Something's wrong. We will work on it, because now no one will invite us back if we have bad internet. But like I said, we did our best. But it was a great time. I rewatched it to make sure how terrible it was. And no internet. I'm going to explain something to you. And this is a lesson. No internet makes it difficult to be on a live stream. So that's a lesson for you. Have internet if you want to be on a live stream. All right. East Coast National. We traveled to the East Coast National on Saturday in White Plains, and we had a great time. We met Sammy Thunder there. We met Dan there from Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. Like and subscribe. And B-Roth 6 was wheeling and dealing in the basement. B-Roth was in the basement. Like and subscribe to B-Roth, the great dealer B-Roth. He's the man. And we even gave him a pre-break once and watched the table. I didn't sell anything, though. I was like, he's going to go, and I got to sell some cards for this guy. Came up empty. What are you going to do? Maybe I'm not a dealer. What do I know? And we had a great time. We saw our friend Mike, the great dealer Mike Bokar from Bocards, and we had some fun. We bought some cards. Budget was a little light compared to the National, obviously, because we spent all our money in Chicago. But we are reloading. The coffee can is empty. There's a couple pennies shaking around on the bottom. But we will reload and live to fight another day in the fall. Now, East Coast National. We have some pickups. We have some gifts. We have all kinds of fun stuff. And let's get started. First off, we did have a couple little items. Our friend Mike from Bocards was kind enough to put aside for us, and we'll show those off. There is Mike's card. Nice and freshy fresh. Let's get it centered. Michael, there's your card. Mike Bokar from Bocards. Now, Mike has thousands of cards on his website. There's the QR code. Go hit his eBay store up and check it out. Mike is the man, and Mike is a great dealer. Chantilly, White Plains, Philly, great dealer. Hopefully we'll see him at the National next year. He's on the list. There you go, Mike. Bocards. Hit the QR code and check out Mike's store on eBay. Now, Mike. Let's start here. Mike buys a lot of collections and finds little random Yankee things that he knows I would like, and he gets me every time. This is a money clip, a very old money clip. And I told him, I said, are you sure these aren't worth like anything real? Because I don't, I don't know what it is. It's a money clip, but, it's like the money clip from the 38 Yankees or something. Who knows? So this is a very beautiful money clip. Thank you, Mike. There you go. Put all your cash in there. That'll clean up nicely. There's a little paper on there. I haven't cleaned it up yet, but that is super cool. And then we got this beautiful tie pin, a Yankee tie pin. That is awesome. I don't think it's 24 karat gold, but you never know. You never know. Yankee tie pin. And last but not least, from Mike, we got this beautiful Donnie baseball. Let's try to get Donnie focused in here. Let's see if we can. Somewhere around there. But this is a cool Diamond League pin. I checked it out. I think I looked it up. I forget what year it was, but it's like an 80s pin with the backing there. MLB approved. There you go. Looks beautiful now. There you go. Thank you, Mike, so much. And we had some pickups, too, from Mike. Mike has some piles of boxes that we tore through. He had some 61s and 62s, and we needed a couple, and we found a couple Yankees. We found this beautiful Art Ditmar, 61. And that is sweet. We needed that for the checklist. And we grabbed a Moose Skowron, 62. Little OC. And that's all right. We found a moose in there, and we grabbed it for the team set, 62. And last but not least, my favorite pickup of the day, probably. We got a box 86 Sportflics. Mike is a great junk wax dealer. And always has great stuff. Always had a lot of wax boxes. And Mike had this box of Sportflics. And I could not pass it up. I've told you before of my love of the Sportflics and loving these cards. Couldn't really buy them a lot when I was a kid because these were expensive. I don't remember, but I think they might have been $1.99 a pack, 3 cards, which was breaking the budget. But this is a beautiful box of Sportflics cards. It's got the Sportflics cards because nobody knew what the hell they were. They always had a card on the box. This is the TriStars. Who's on this one? I don't want to pop it off. I can't tell. Let's see. It looks like Paul Molitor, Eddie Murray. And who is that last one? Hard to tell without looking at it. I didn't look it up. Could be hard to tell. Almost looks like a Red Sox. But whoever that is, I think that's Molitor. Could be Yount. I can't see the back. I think that's Molitor. And then Eddie Murray, there he is. Eddie Murray making an appearance in the basement. Cool display box of 86 inaugural Sportflics box, complete with the card on it. That is cool. And the sleeve. That will go on the wall in the wax collection, and we'll do that later. Next up, we did a little team set building. Like I said, the funds were light, and we were being picky, a little picky. Might not look like it, but we were. And we had 2 cards from 1970s. Besides the 78 Burger King set, we had 2 cards in our trusty book from 71 and 72. And I need 2 Topps minis still. From 71 and 72. They are crossed off because we picked up a 71 Jerry Kinney with writing on the bag. 71 Jerry Kinney, high number 572. And last but not least, to complete the 72s, the beautiful Bobby Mercer in action, high numbered card, 700. Not a cheap card. I looked at them a couple different times, and then I finally found one that hit the price point and hit the quality. And that is an awesome picture of Bobby. Sliding in 72. Bobby Mercer in action. Completes the 72 team set. Jerry Kinney completes the 71 team set. Off the list. We're pretty much down to some Burger King oddballs and some minis. 275 minis. And after that, it's kind of random oddball stuff, Munson stuff like that. But all of the tops complete, we think. We hope. Next up, we have a gift. Let's go over the gift. This is beautiful. Now, my friend of yours, Sammy Thunder, like and subscribe to Sammy Thunder, like and subscribe to the Four Collectors. Got me a gift. I did show it on the Four Collectors, but I'll show it off here for all of you. This was from Sammy, and it is awesome. It really encapsulates, you know, the way Sammy collects and the kind of way I collect and the stuff that I love. And this is an Allie Reynolds Gillette ad from 1952. It is in amazingly immaculate condition. I took it out and looked at it briefly. It's paper. This is a cardboard backing, but it's paper. It's thin paper. And it is an original 52 Cavalcade of Sports Allie Reynolds ad. And there he is, the Super Chief. I think there's a Chief Wahoo up there. I don't think we're supposed to have Chief Wahoo anymore. I don't know. Gillette, the best a man can get. And if you were like me, you got a Gillette razor in the mail sometime around your 18th birthday. How they got that information, I do not know. But my Gillette razor got mailed to me when I was a kid. And I still use Gillette for down here. $1. There you go. $1. And Allie Reynolds was awesome. One of the great Yankee pitchers of all time. Not a Hall of Famer, kind of forgotten. He had some Hall of Fame, moments. Like he had some shots, but one of the great pitchers in Yankee history. 6-time All-Star. World Series. Ready for it? Ready for it? I have this written down. This part. I got this written down because I don't want to forget one. 47, 49, 50, 51, 52, and 53. That is a 6-time World Series champion you're looking at. And 2 no-hitters in one season in 1951. He was traded from the Indians, hence the Indian, to the Yankees. And Joe DiMaggio said, we'll give you any pitcher you want for Joe Gordon except Bob Feller. And Joe DiMaggio said, get Reynolds because I can't hit his fastball. And good choice. Like I said, 2 no-hitters in 51. First since Johnny Vandermeer to have 2 no-hitters in the same season. And the interesting thing about those 2 no-hitters, a little history. In the first one, Bob Feller from the Indians threw 6 no-hit innings against him. So he was going no with Bob Feller for 6 innings. Bob gave up a double to Mickey Mantle, and Allie did not give up a double. No-hitter number 1 and no-hitter number 2, Yogi Berra. Man, Yogi. Ted Williams is up. 2 outs in the 9th. Ted Williams pops one up to Yogi Berra, and Yogi Berra drops it. Yogi! You're Yogi Berra. You can't drop it. Goes out to the mound, says he's sorry to Allie, and Allie says, don't worry about it, Yogi. We'll get him on the next one. And he did. So that is Allie Reynolds. This is super awesome. This will go in a place of glory in the basement. Probably over there. But that is awesome. Sammy, thank you so much. Thank you for the gift. Unnecessary, but super appreciated. Zip blade hooks on drops in place presto. All right. There you go. And one last thing from the East Coast National. We were hanging out with B. Roth at the end of the day and perusing his case. And we did pick up a card for B. Roth. B. Roth 6 on YouTube, and we will drop him into the description. We're going to try to do that. We can do it. I think we can do it. Even without the internet. We picked up this beautiful 62 Roger Maris. This is an awesome card. Maris Blast 61. This was obviously a card I needed for the checklist of the 62s. It is in a 5 if you care of such things. And it is awesome. It is in great shape. Nicely centered. Nice and sharp. 5 from Mr. B. Roth. He gave us a good deal. There you go. Roger Maris. So those are the pickups from East Coast National. We had a good time. We had great fun. And I hope you enjoyed the pickups and the gifts. We have a lot of stuff to do. Now I'm going to be clear before I let you go. I have a lot of pickups over there that have been sitting since like June, July, pre-national. And a couple gifts that I need to rip. You guys know who you are who sent them, but I got to rip them and show them off. I just got to get to them. And we've been busy with the national and coming back from the national, doing national pickup videos and then doing the live. I've just been a little slow on the old school regular video. So we're getting back to business. And we were talking about National Hangover last night. Who knows? Because now I'm kind of like, all right, what's next? And I'm like, well, I got a couple pickups over there. That's, a couple things. And I got to show them. And then I got a month till Philly. And I'm like, So maybe my National Hangover starts now. I don't know. Because I have nothing coming in the mail. And the next show is in a month. But we will stay busy for you. We are reloading the bank account. A few more pennies in there. A few more shekels in the can. And we'll make it happen. But we picked up 71 and 72 to complete those two team sets. Do not be sad. The 70s and the 80s are slowly going away in the basement. But we will continue to buy eyeballs. Jerry Kenny is on the floor. We have our amazing gift from Sammy. Thank you one more time, Sammy. Super thoughtful and super on point with that one. We got our Sport Flicks. Come on. That's awesome. That is awesome. And our gifts from Mike. And our pickups from Mike. And our pickup from B-Roth. Excellent. I really appreciate everybody for watching. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate the all-star votes if you voted for me. Thank you very much. And one more time, there's Mike. Bo Cards! Check out his eBay store. Mike is the man. Thank you, Mike. And you all, have a good one.